Rob here at Etrailer.com, and today you're going to be taking a look at the Curt Class 3 Custom Fit Trailer Hitch Receiver on our 2018 Nissan Pathfinder. And this is what our hitch is going to look like once we have it installed. It's going to have a really clean, almost factory look to it because the cross tube is going to be completely hidden behind the bumper, and all we're going to see is that receiver tube sticking out. So it's not going to distract from the looks of our Pathfinder, and we're going to have pretty good ground clearance because, again, that cross tube is going to be completely hidden behind the bumper. It is a Class 3 hitch, which means it's going to give us that 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube opening, so we have a really wide variety of options when it comes to accessories. Now, the way we're going to mount any of our accessories is through the hitch pin hole here on the side. It is going to accept a standard 5/8 pin and clip. Now, these do not come with the hitch, but you can pick them up here at Etrailer.com along with some locking devices to make sure your accessories are secure. Now, if you do plan on towing a trailer, obviously you need somewhere to hook up your safety chains. And our connection point is going to be a loop style welded to the bottom of the receiver tube. And you can see we can have no problem getting most size hooks on or off. You want to make sure that the hitch is going to be up for the task that we put it to. So as far as the weight rating goes, our hitch is going to have a 900-pound tongue weight, which would be pretty high to be great for those bike racks all the way up to 4 or 5 bikes, or those really large cargo carriers. That way we can maximize the amount of stuff we put on it. Now, as far as the gross trailer weight rating goes, it's going to have a 6,000-pound gross trailer weight rating. That's how much our hitch can pull, including the trailer and everything we have loaded on it. Now, it is designed to work with weight distribution systems as well, and that's going to be a separate component mounted on your trailer, but both the tongue weight and the gross trailer weight rating are going to stay the same. But with all those numbers in mind, you want to double check your Pathfinder's owner's manual because you don't want to exceed the manufacturer's recommended weight. Now, I'd like to give you a few measurements, and these are going to help you whenever you're looking for accessories for your new hitch, like a ball mount, a bike rack, or even a cargo carrier. From the center of the hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of the bumper, right about 5 inches. Now, that measurement's going to come in handy when you're looking at folding accessories to make sure you have enough room and they're not going to come in contact with the rear bumper. And from the ground to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening, it's right about 14 inches. That measurement is going to help you when you're looking for a ball mount to make sure you can find the appropriate riser drop to match up to your trailer. But now that we've seen what our hitch looks like and gone over some of the features, let's get it installed together. To begin your installation, you want to pull your spare tire down, one, so we have enough room to get our hitch in, but also so we have some headroom to work underneath. Then we're going to move over to the driver's side frame rail at the very back. Here we'll find our factory tie-down hook, and we're going to pull this out. There's going to be 2 bolts on the very bottom and 2 on the outside frame rail. So you want to grab an 18mm socket and pull all the bolts out. We'll go ahead and pull our tie-down hook down, and the hook and the hardware are not going to get reinstalled. Now, if we come behind our fascia, we'll see that we're going to have a support on each side. We're going to need to pull these out as well. So on the very bottom, there's going to be a push pin. So we can grab a flat blade screwdriver. We'll come to the very center of the push pin. We're going to pop the center out, which will take the tension off. Then we can come underneath the base and pull the rest of the clip out. And we're going to pull the one out on the other side as well. There's going to be a bolt holding the support in place on the bumper structure. So you want to grab a 12mm socket and remove the bolt. Now, once we have these removed, you do want to hold on to the bolt, the push pin, and the bracket because these are going to get reinstalled. So we'll pull out the other one as well. Now, if we come to the bottom of the frame rail, we're going to have several holes in the bottom. But on the very inside towards the center, we're going to have 3 threaded holes. It's going to be the same on both sides, and those are going to be our mounting locations. Now, we need to make sure that the threads are clean, there's no dirt, debris, or rust in there. So I'm going to take a little bit of spray lubricant. I'm going to spray it inside the threads of each one of the holes. Then I'm going to come back with a nylon brush and clean them out and make sure there's nothing in there so we won't have any problems putting the bolts in later. I'm going to go through and clean each one of the threads and all the weld nuts on both sides of the frame. Now, I went ahead and marked out the area that needs to be trimmed on our fascia. Now, you want to find the very center point, and then you can follow the diagram in your instructions. Now, the easiest way to find the center point is you find a reference point. We can come to these 2 round holes, find that measurement, split it in half, and that'll be our center measurement. Now whenever you go to cut this out, you can use whatever you have available, a pair of tin snips, a razor knife. I'm going to be using a rotary tool. That way I can just make a quick, clean cut. You just want to start out a little bit smaller than you think you need to cut, because we can always take more material away, but we can't put it back. And we can always come back, clean off the excess plastic and the marker we used to mark out the hole. And with everything trimmed out, since it's going to be easier to show you the combination of hardware now without the hitch in the way, we're going to take one of the bolts out of our kit. We'll grab a conical tooth washer. There's gonna be little teeth on there. You want to make sure those are facing up towards the frame. We're going to go through our hitch and we'll secure it into the frame directly into the weld nuts. Now with an extra set of hands, we're going to lift our hitch up. Kind of want to go above the exhaust, then lift it up to where you can get behind the fascia here. Then we'll want to line up the holes in our hitch with the holes in the frame. We want to get at least one bolt on each side. That way the hitch will support itself and we can work on getting the rest of the hardware in. And once you have your hardware in, come back with a 19mm socket and we're going to snug it all up. Then you want to make sure you come back with a torque wrench and torque all your hardware down to the specified amount in the instructions. We're going to go back and repeat that for all of our remaining hardware. So we can grab our fascia supports, we'll line them up, and we can replace the hardware and the push pins. And with our hitch torqued down, all we have left to do is put our spare tire back.